Hi class, this is Dr. Halstead. Welcome to week 6 of Family Therapy 1. I'm sorry I'm late this week. I've had the flu, so was knocked out for a couple of days, but enjoyed the synchronous video chat with Caitlin and Gladys. We talked a lot about first and second order change, and it was an enjoyable conversation. I want to say a few things about this upcoming week, but first want to comment on the assignment you just turned in on Monday, the satir. I'm talking about the satir video. It's very well done. Most of you, there are a few misses, but most of you tied the interventions to the underlying tenets of the model. And just an aside, the word is tenet, T-E-N-E-T, which means underlying principle, versus tenant, which is someone who occupies a building. So they're very close, so sometimes those get confused. But one of the most important pieces of that assignment was that you were able to articulate a systemic hypothesis. It's easy to say John has anger issues that he needs to address, and as long as he's holding it in, blah, blah, blah. But that is just about one person. That's not a systemic hypothesis. So, and you will see this moving forward through your whole program, and especially when you get to your capstone. You have to take on this systemic lens of seeing your client as a system. Even if you're just working with one person, they have relationships that have influenced them and shape the problems that they're dealing with. So you always articulate it based on the system and not on the individual. And that's what we're getting into this week. So another really great model, Bowen Family Therapy. And Bowen was one of the foundational beginnings of our field, because he was a psychiatrist working with schizophrenic patients, and it was psychoanalysis, so it was very individually focused. But he started seeing patterns that the patients would be doing well, but then when they would send them home, they would start exhibiting the symptoms again. And often, one of the common things he was finding was a double bind, that the patient, as he called it, had these messages coming from their family of origin that you need to do this, but you have to do this at the same time. For example, you can't be angry while at the same time unreasonable things are being asked of them. So they learn to stuff that, but it comes out in different ways. And in this case, it was the schizophrenia. So you'll see that in your reading as you look at the history of that. But this is a wonderful, wonderful model, and has a lot of information that you will use your whole career. Differentiation, this is where this comes from, that concept about a person has to get their own stuff together in order to deal with those around them. So there's a lot more to it than that, but it's about, if I can be differentiated within my family system, I'm going to come out better. And so it's helping your clients be differentiated as they deal with the rest of the people in their family system. And I know, one interesting thing as you've been learning all these models is that when you are with your family of origins over the holidays, and I'm sure you see them more than just the holidays, but you'll start to see some patterns that haven't been apparent before. So all these models kind of open your eyes up to some things that are happening in the world. And I remember this specifically with Bowen's model when, so I've been doing this for 35 years, but I remember as a 26-year-old going out and going back to my family for a holiday and just seeing all these triangles and coalitions and family rules and family roles. And boundary issues. And so you're going to be learning about that with Bowen, and you already are, obviously, because the first post is due today. But so let's take a minute and look at what is due for this. So the first post that's due today, obviously, is about societal emotional process. So that's one concept that you're going to learn. And this is helping you see that the systemic piece involves not just the family of origin, but of course, that's where it starts. But it's also the society too that influences us and our families. So systems thinking or systems theory means that we're able to see the impact of these broader systems on an individual. So that one's going to be about how it, I'm going to talk about how societal emotional process illustrates the transmission of anxiety, or give an example of that. And then the next one, of course, is talking about triangles, which is a key concept in Bowen family therapy. So you're going to be talking about a relational triangle, and basically, is it always bad? So your answer to this question will show me if you've read the material, because there's a lot to that. So you're going to say whether you agree or disagree, and then explain your answer. And then finally, you're going to, this is a little bit different than the previous couple of assignments, that you're not going to watch a video this time. You're going to be looking at a genogram of the author we just were looking at, Virginia Satir, who obviously was connected with Bowen and knew his stuff because she uses the genogram. But then you're going to use her genogram to illustrate the 8 components of Bowen's theory. So I think that's pretty straightforward, but just reach out if you have any questions. And you're doing well. We are so close to being done this week and next week. And then you will have another course under your belt. And again, I hope you will hang on to what you've learned with these models, because they're so foundational to our field, and you will use them throughout your career. So as you can tell, I love all the models. They're great, and they have very much informed the therapy I do with people. So again, take care. Let me know if you have questions, and we'll see you later. Bye.